gang. I told you that you think these guys will settle down, take it easy, say, hey, everybody's going to get a good...
Dale Earnhardt Sr. was much more than just a NASCAR driver. He was a legend, a hero to millions of fans, and one of the most respected and feared competitors on the track. With his number 3 car, Earnhardt won 7 championships and became known as the Intimidator for his aggressive style and skill in overtaking rivals. But on February 18, 2001, at the Daytona International Speedway, a tragedy shook the NASCAR world and forever changed the sport. Today, we'll look back on the fateful accident that took Dale Earnhardt's life and understand how this loss transformed NASCAR's future. Dale Earnhardt was born in 1951 in North Carolina, into a family of racers. His father, Ralph Earnhardt, was also a driver, and he inspired Dale to follow the path to the track. From an early age, Dale showed extraordinary skills behind the wheel and a unique style. He wasn't just a competitor, he was fearless, daring, and unafraid to fight for every position, earning him the nickname the Intimidator. Throughout his career, Dale Earnhardt won 7 NASCAR championships, tying with the legendary Richard Petty. He became the face of NASCAR, an icon for fans of all ages, especially for his bold driving style and charismatic personality off the track. Above all, Earnhardt was a winner, and his presence on the track guaranteed adrenaline and fierce competition. On February 18, 2001, Dale Earnhardt was ready for another Daytona 500, one of NASCAR's most prestigious races. He had a special motivation for this race, as his son, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and his friend Michael Waltrip were also competing for the win. For Earnhardt, the goal wasn't just to win but also to protect the team, which included himself, his son, and his friend. For much of the race, Earnhardt took on a defensive stance, helping Waltrip and his son Jr. stay in the top positions. In the final moments, with only 1 lap left, Waltrip was leading, with Dale Jr. in second. Dale Earnhardt was in third, shielding his teammates from the drivers coming up behind them. Then, in the last corner of the race, the unexpected happened. In a position battle, Dale Earnhardt's car was hit from behind by Sterling Marlin, causing him to lose control. Earnhardt crashed head-on into the wall at turn 4 at over 149 miles per hour. The impact was devastating. Although the crash didn't seem severe at first, the impact was fatal. Dale Earnhardt was only using a standard seatbelt, and the force of the crash caused fatal injuries to the base of his skull, resulting in a condition known as a basilar skull fracture. This injury disrupted blood flow, leaving him unconscious instantly. When rescue teams arrived, the situation already looked grave. Earnhardt was rushed to the Halifax Medical Center, where doctors tried to revive him, but unfortunately, nothing could be done. Dale Earnhardt Sr. was pronounced dead, and the NASCAR world went into mourning. News of Dale Earnhardt's death spread quickly, and the impact was devastating. Fans and drivers were in disbelief. He was the symbol of NASCAR, a hero to millions. The stands and tracks filled with tributes, and the number 3 car became an eternal symbol in the sport. For many, it wasn't just the loss of a great driver but the end of an era. In the days and weeks following the tragedy, NASCAR faced its greatest emotional and safety crisis. The racing community demanded changes, and driver safety became the organization's top priority. Everyone knew that Earnhardt's death could not be in vain. Dale Earnhardt's death was a milestone in NASCAR history, and his legacy extended not only to the sport but also to driver safety. NASCAR implemented a series of radical changes in its regulations and safety equipment. The first of these was the mandatory use of the Hans device, a device that protects drivers' heads and necks, reducing the risk of fatal injuries in frontal impacts. In addition to the Hans device, NASCAR began installing safety walls known as safer barriers on all tracks. These barriers absorb part of the impact during collisions, reducing the effect of a direct hit. The car structures themselves were also modified to provide more resistance and protection to drivers. These changes have saved countless lives since then, and many drivers and experts credit these improvements to the 2001 tragedy. Earnhardt's loss was painful, but his legacy in safety continues to protect drivers today. Today, more than 2 decades after his death, Dale Earnhardt is still remembered as one of NASCAR's greatest names. His fierce competitive spirit and charisma left a deep mark on fans and motorsport culture. In every race, his legacy is honored, and the number 3 car remains a symbol of courage and passion for the sport. For many, Dale Earnhardt is the greatest of all time, and his influence remains alive. He inspired generations of drivers and transformed NASCAR into something bigger than a sport. He brought humanity to the track and earned a legion of fans who celebrate him as a true hero. And even after his passing, the Intimidator still lives on in the hearts of all who love NASCAR. What do you think of Dale Earnhardt's impact on NASCAR? Do you believe his loss made the sport better? Leave your comment below and subscribe for more incredible stories like this, where we explore the legacy of the great track heroes.